So let's get into the top 10 meal planning tips that you can start using today. Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leo from vinceleo.com, and I'm hanging out with Melissa from Fork and Plants.
Hi everyone.
She's been on the channel a bunch of times. I'll link some of those videos below. But we actually have a pretty cool announcement.
We do. Very excited to share this with everyone.
We've been working on a project together, some meal plans called the Dose of Food meal plans. I'll go ahead and link that below.
And the first one is all about whole foods, plant-based meals. There will be other ones coming, but that's the first one.
So anyway, before we get into more of that, we wanted to go over some meal planning tips because we know that's something that a lot of people try. So we want to go over some tips that you can use while you're meal planning, either with our guide or just in general, that'll help you out. So we'll get into more about these meal plans at the end of the video, but make sure you stay tuned because we do have a special that we want to offer you. So in this video, we're going to give you 10 meal planning tips, and there's quite a few reasons why you would want a meal plan.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I mean, saves time.
Saves money.
Saves money. Helps you eat healthier.
Definitely does.
Reduce food waste. What else?
And reduces stress because
Stress.
you're saving money, you're saving time.
Yeah.
More time to meditate, focus on other things you like to do to reduce your stress.
I know I get stressed out when I get home and I don't know what I'm going to be eating. It's like the worst.
Just like staring in the fridge, like
the food's gonna magically like start, you know, poof, and there's your meal. Doesn't happen like that.
Plan, then that's done. So you look in the fridge, you're like, oh dang, this is already prepped for me. Eat it, you're done. It's so easy.
So let's get into the top 10 meal planning tips that you can start using today.
So number 1, what you're gonna wanna do is check your fridge and your pantry to see what you already have on hand. So if you look in the fridge and see, oh, I have some carrots that are gonna go bad soon, you can make a meal around carrots to utilize things that you already have so that you're reducing your food waste.
Number 2, spend some time looking for recipes with ingredients that you already know that you like. A lot of times you could look at a recipe and say like, okay, I know I'm gonna like that, I know I'm gonna like that, and find recipes that use the same ingredients.
Yeah, you definitely want to use common ingredients so you're buying less at the store.
So you have one recipe that calls for half a pepper and another recipe that calls for half a pepper. Well, using both of those, you'll be able to buy 1 pepper. That's a lot of peppers. Peckers. Whew, you know what I mean. Anyway, look for common ingredients so you could also save some money and save some time.
Number 3. What we're gonna do is find a place to save the recipes. Vince and I both love Google Docs, so you can organize things like an Excel spreadsheet in Google Docs, and that way you can share it with people. If you know, your spouse, partner, your friend, your roommate, whoever, you can share it with them. Be like, here's some recipes that I love, like go through them. You can leave notes whether or not you like or dislike the recipe, so you have that for future reference. And you can organize them, you can alphabetize them, you can categorize them by time.
You are a lot more experienced on Google Docs than I.
Yes, time might be another one, but anyways.
But I like Google Docs because if I'm someplace where I'm not at home, I could access it on my phone.
Yes,
so you can access it anywhere you are,
which is from anywhere.
Which is great. If you want to make a recipe and you're not at home, you're at a friend's house or at a family event, just go on to Google Docs and boom, you have the recipe.
There's an app on your phone too, so you can access it on there.
Number 4, look for seasonal recipes. So if it's the wintertime, you may want more soups. And if it's the summertime, you may want more salads. And also if you go to farmers markets, a lot of times you'll find ingredients that are in season at that time. And it just like makes some of the food a lot better when you're using the fresh ingredients that you could buy at the farmers market or even at the store. You know you're buying something fresh that's locally grown, and it just makes the food taste a lot better.
And it has more nutrition value too.
Yes.
The more seasonal you eat, the more nutritious it is. Number 5, what you're going to want to do is check the sales ads. So in addition to number 1, which was check your fridge and your pantry to see what you already have on hand, you can also check the sales ads to see what is on sale and base your recipes on that so that you can save the most money as well.
And a lot of times what's on sale is what's in season.
Yes.
So it also goes back to the other one.
Yes.
It's all one big happy family.
It is.
Number 6, plan for leftovers. This has to be my favorite tip because I'm a big leftover person. I'll usually make 2 or 3 servings, have it for lunch the next day, or have it for lunch 2 days later, have it for dinner the next day. It's just a big time saver, especially if you like the recipe. You can just come home, heat it up, takes a few minutes. It's one of the things that I recommend everybody does, even if it's not in a meal plan. Just make extra whenever you're making something so you have it for the next day.
It's great to take for lunches. I personally need to make like 6 servings because my boyfriend eats so much, so we rarely have leftovers. So I need to make a lot if I want to have leftovers. All right, on to number 7. So after you create your grocery list, what you're gonna wanna do is revisit your fridge and your pantry and cross off the things that you already have. So we've already checked the fridge and the pantry to get ideas of things to create based on ingredients that we have. But now that we have our full grocery list, we wanna go back, check our spices, see if, you know, oh, this recipe calls for cayenne. I already have cayenne in there. So then you know the things that you don't need to buy.
Yeah, and you also want to check the amounts too. Because if certain recipe calls for a tablespoon and maybe you only have a teaspoon.
That's very true.
You know, you want to make sure you have enough. That's how we knew.
Yes.
Number 8 is prep your food ahead of time. Now this is the different components of a recipe. So say you're gonna have some grilled vegetables, or you're gonna have a sauce, you're gonna have a pasta, go ahead and make the sauce and make the veggies ahead of time. So then when you actually have to make your pasta, you literally are boiling pasta and everything else is done. You're just heating it up. Yeah. So it makes it a lot easier.
Number 9, no wasted food. So what you wanna do is regularly go through your fridge and your pantry, look for expired ingredients. You wanna organize your fridge nicely so that no like bags of lettuce get thrown to the back. You find them 3 weeks later. Go through, clean it out once in a while. Get rid of food that's not good.
And another thing you could do is if you do find something in the fridge that may only last another day or two and it'll work in the recipe, go ahead and throw it in. You know, get creative with the recipes. No recipe is ever set in stone.
Yeah.
You know, you can make it to whatever flavor and ingredients that you like.
I'm all about that. Experimenting, being creative.
Number 10 is repurpose your leftovers. So say you have a stir fry with a bunch of veggies, you can take those veggies and put them in a taco. Or take those veggies and mix it with some pasta sauce. So always look for ways to incorporate leftovers into different meals, and that'll help you reduce time, reduce stress, and just make things a little easier for you during the week.
I like it.
So we mentioned there was going to be a surprise at the end of this video, and it has to do with the meal plans that we created, the Dose of Food meal plans. You can find them at doseoffood.com, and the surprise is
that you can get the meal plans for only $5 by using the code THANKYOU. We'll put it below. Just copy it, paste it.
We put a lot of time and love into these meal plans, and we really do appreciate your support. Any feedback that you have, please reach out to us and let us know as well. We hope you enjoy them. There are some amazing recipes are in these meal plans.
Should we show them one that we made?
Yeah, because we actually just finished making one. You want to go?
Yeah. Let me go get it. These are vegan chickpea quiche. There is no egg, no dairy, no gluten, just deliciousness. This is my 5th one today. I'm not lying.
This is one of the recipes that you'll find in the meal plan. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us. We'll be more than happy to help you out. And we really do appreciate your support. Even if you don't end up purchasing one of the meal plans, feel free to share it with some of your friends who you think it may help out as well. So we hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy these meal planning tips. And leave us a comment. Let me know what you thought of these meal planning tips and what you think of the Dose of Food meal plans.
And if you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, and as always, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as I post new videos every week, and make sure you check out Melissa's channel at Forkin Plants.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and link that channel in the description box below as well. And remember to keep living fit from food, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.